Hey guys, going to be checking out the Chance Guild. Going to be going through an inspection of all the players. Also going to be giving you probably a look at the ones that are going to have their spots up for grabs this week. If there are any second chance members able to even break top 10. That is a pretty tall order to handle. I think these guys feel pretty confident that they're not going to lose their places so far. So first we're going to look at Crow Hex. I'm just going to go right down the list. So it'll be, I guess, however order that they put it in. We're going to look at their BOH teams, which now I am just realizing I can only do that in the Battle of Honor. So Crow Hex first, Kazon second. I wish you could just search people's names. I don't know, how about friend ranking? That's only, a lot of these people should be on my friends list. Where is Crow Hex? Oh, it doesn't look like he's been playing. I know he's really busy this week, so it doesn't look like he's even play any BOH this week. What a bad start. Wow, is he literally on my friends list right now? I know I don't have him on friends list, or that I've just already gone past him. There he is. Yeah, he hasn't played at all. Alright, we'll be looking at his BOH team now. So Dominique, Serendi, Chenny, and Lena. So that's a pretty solid team, all attackers. A lot of people like to do the all attacker look. So Dominique first, 28,000 attack, 95,000 health, 92% crit rate, high hit rate too. This is a pretty solid Dominique. Obviously if she gets hit she's dead, but he's definitely focused her on dodge with a base of 4265. Let's see, all skill levels, only the third skill's max, but that's fine. So I guess he's new to the world of Dominique, though he's almost got her maxed at 70. Pathfinder set, that was no surprise with the near 100,000 health. Oh, this is a little bit of a surprise set, the Royal set. No, just give me 2 seconds, I gotta close my door. Anyway, an additional 700 crit rate. Let's probably get this set equipped specifically for the crit rate for lack of a beast drain set. Let's see some of the potentials on this. Crit rate, no surprise, attack damage. Seems like he's lacking a little bit in critical damage, definitely. So that's a little bit disappointing. There's a good one. What about the accessory? I don't know if he realizes that 2-star accessories get crit rate and crit damage. This looks like a really good accessory at first glance, but it is not. The attack by HP is awesome though, for sure. Oh, he's got the extra dodge from this set, but not the critical damage yet. That would be an awesome thing to have for the extra 16%. What do we got here? It's pretty good. Oh, that's really nice. It's a really nice ring. PvP and PvE. Alright, so strong Dominique, good first character choice. He one-shots 90% of everything. He's missing a lot of damage from the crit damage extra right now, but once he has that refined, it's going to start stomping everything in its path for sure. Though Dominique is a melee hero, keep in mind. He also has Serendi that he's running. Wait a minute. He's got a level 70 Lee and he's not using it? What are your skill levels at? Okay, so it's just not leveled up yet. Better bring this thing into your team someday soon. This monster of a character. Alright, he's got a Serendi also that he's running. No surprise there, Serendi OP. Got the equipment, the Ranger. The Red-Pink Ranger Serendi. That makes sense for her. Other than that, just all basic gear. Mostly probably being used as support. Higher crit. Decent-ish potentials. 33% crit rate. That's pretty low considering everything is bows and one sword. This is a bow. And so is this. Oh, but 3 brooches and 2 necklaces. So that's, well, let's look at the defense here. 48% defense. Okay, well that's not that bad. Though I do feel Serendi is better off built as a damage character than a defensive character. Okay, what else? Oh wait, we should probably take a look at immunities here, just so everybody has a good heads up on that. So no immunities there. And no immunities there, all crit rate. Okay, and then we had, I believe it was Chenny and Lena. Just double check that. Yep, okay. So he's a dual type rock scissor. Oh, this is a strong Chenny. With a very low crit rate for some reason. So he got all maces on? Mace, mace. Is this a mace? Mace, yeah, so 3 maces. 3 maces with good potentials, at least. Attack, crit rate, damage, hit rate, attack, damage, attack, crit rate, hit rate, attack, damage, crit rate. If any of the guildies are watching, or just anybody in general, before you start branching into other potentials, you should roll constantly until you have, just with one potion, until you have a orange or pink attack or damage potential. Preferably damage over attack, just because it's a higher number generally. Once you have that, lock it, and then roll for your attack. Don't even look at crit rate, crit damage until you have attack damage, unless you have for sure got 100% crit rate hero. It's just not. It's not worth. If you know that for whatever reason you're always going to have 100% crit, or at least 70% crit, then attack damage are your go-tos before you go to crit rate, crit. What did I? Yeah, I double tap there. And we also have Lena, so that's a fairly strong Lena. Higher crit rate, of course she needs it. Really high defense. I wonder if he's got the defense mastery. Oh, only level 9 skill right now, so that's kind of important to notice. Defense, defense, hit rate, crit rate, MP. Okay, and did we check out Chenny's? Hit rate, defense, crit rate, MP, and hit rate. So, no immunity. Excuse me, sorry. So no immunities here. It's pretty good. Overall, pretty strong team. Not 100% sure if he would be able to keep a top 10 spot himself at this point in time. With a team like this, the top 10 is getting very, very competitive every week. There's been a lot of very recent events with extremely good sets for sale, and a lot more high spenders are just coming in all the time. So overall, good team. Obviously, he's got a 100k battle score with 4 characters, so Crow Hex is definitely somebody who's probably got a solid spot in the guild right now. Okay, the next one we were going to look at was Kazon, which I'm pretty sure he's closer to the top. If I switch back and forth, will it? Oh, man, come on, just bring me back to the top of my list. Oh, I can search. Nice. This isn't the real search. This is just going to bring me to him. I need to see the BOH team. Whatever. Oh, there we go. Back to the top. Alright, there's Kazon right there. Alright, so Kazon, more free-to-play. I believe he's a free-to-play player. He leads off, so he doesn't lead off, but he's got a very strong Frol. One of the only players actually maining a Frol right now. 30,000 attack, 85% crit. Not too high on the defense, but what you could expect. High on hit rate. Third skill, maxed passive, that's going to be a key for him. He does have charm immunity, and then MP and crit rate. Over here, it looks like he's got a single Pathfinder piece. Probably got some good potentials on it though. Damage, attack. Now that is a nice bow. It's even the crit rate for the flat number is not a wasted stat. So this is a pretty strong bow. Though I would bet he wishes that was a percentage. He'd probably be up into the 90% crit rate. Attack, crit rate, crit damage. He doesn't have damage on this, but again, his fourth thing is another crit. He does have 18.7% crit damage, and because his crit is so high, it's going to be very nice and strong for him. What do we got down here? Attack by HP and attack, so he's probably got very few rings that actually have both stats on that. As free to play, so he's not rolling in potions. So that's a pretty strong ring. Defense, HP, and dodge. Basically what you'd expect. HP, damage taken percent. Attack by HP, that's good. Alright, so a bunch of crit stacking here. This probably is the only necklace he has equipped just so he can max out his mastery. and another attack by HP here. So it looks like he's got the attack by HPs all across the board, which is nice. And he's got crit rate and crit damage, unlike Crow Hex, who we just inspected. Oh, he's got the HP potential on this accessory too. Also, 0.7% HP is the maximum 1-star potential for attack by HP, so that's actually a pretty nice potential for 1-star. If only this set gave the crit rate for 2 pieces, but damn, look at this actually. This is better than mine. 2% attack, 2.7% damage, 3.5% crit damage, and 2.4 crit rate. I believe I have 2.7% damage on mine. I do have 4% crit damage for sure. Maybe the 4% crit damage is my only pink one. But that's a good total. I'm actually going to go check it out after to compare it to mine. But what I do to judge the value of a weapon like that, I add these 3 numbers together, the attack, the damage, and the crit damage, to see its maximum potential. Because all these numbers add an equal amount, point for point, to your total damage, because they're all under a critical hit. If it's just like, if there's no crit, obviously it's just attack and damage. But if you do score a critical, each percentage here, 1% in attack is the same as 1% in crit damage, is the same as 1% in damage percent. So what I do is I add them all together. So in this case, it'd be 2.7 plus 2 is 4.7, plus 3.5 is 8.2. So I give this a total 8.2% modifier. I don't have to remember that. So anyway, very, very strong character, good potential. He's definitely put a lot of work into his Fruel, which is pretty cool. He also runs Jilin, Pony, and is it Cleo? Who is this? Jilin, Pony, and Moo. Alright. So I love it when anybody is showing love for Moo. So let's take a look at this. Oh, he's just got such a mishmash jumble of set pieces. Like, you know what? He's doing the smart thing. He's probably rolling with the excess crystals he gets here and there from dailies and Ku's gift, and he's building a slow collection of really, really good sets, and he's probably going to be one of the best free-to-play players that there ever was. Like, another 2-3 months, and he'll probably have sets that are rivaling rank 1 players from maybe a month ago. He's already able to hit top 10 consistently now, so that's pretty damn strong. Looks like he's pretty slow on raising Moo, and it's just focused on the stun. It's also got stun immunity for himself. Now, something you're going to see when we're inspecting a lot, especially, I do want to bring this up with Moo, stun immunity is not as common as you think. It's very common on tanks, but not so much on other characters. So, generally other people have better goals in mind for their characters. Alright, so Moo, that was Jilin and Pony, yeah. Alright, so let's look at Pony. I'm curious to why he's using Pony right now. It could just be a PvE thing. Though he does have charm immunity on Pony. It could be a PvE thing, and because his Pony is strong and he's raised it, obviously he's got all this maxed. I started raising Pony since the information from the last patch, and I have. He's definitely been doing this for a long time. Additional 18,800 damage to enemies that are affected by dots. So that is good synergy with nobody on his team at all. I don't believe anybody has damage over time on this team. So that's a little bit misplaced. But when you love the Pony, you just got to go with it. Alright, Jilin, obviously MP potentials want to be firing the 3rd skill all day long. Maxed out as you'd expect. But all regular armor, and what's interesting is he's used brooches and chest pieces, so he's got a full tank Jilin. Let's take a look at the stats. 58 defense. Now Jilin would need something like that if you're using him specifically for disarm, the way that Kazon is using him right now. Because Jilin has got very terrible stats just in general. He's not stat-wise, he's a bad hero, and it's probably like that because disarm is a very broken mechanic, especially with a hitbox like that. It would be kind of cool if he did bring in maybe Cleo instead of Pony, just to help with his Fruel getting like a perfect crit rate all the time with that addition. I'm sure he's experimented with it and tried in the past. He's got his Cleo fairly well leveled. Needs to get this passive up. I probably would have maxed the passive before the charm skill, but the AI does use confusion and then uses charm in the next turn. So Cleo is one of the characters that's very good on auto. I also would like to see him 5-star that Serenity. She's ready for it. Okay. So what was that? 8.5%. I want to go check my 6.1, 7.6. Yeah, so he's almost a full percentage higher than me. I'm gonna have to reroll the crap out of this thing. Something that if you guys didn't know, if you have set pieces and you get to, like, this is mostly important for first, second, and third star potentials, because they're going to be the easy ones to level up, especially first and second star. But if you have a set item that you don't think you're going to use at all, still get it to 5-star, to pink, and disassemble it, because it is worth 9 to 14. They're worth 4 more on the average, so a regular piece is worth, it's better to see, to believe. So let's take a look at this. Alright, what's this sword? Is this any good? Yes, it is. I'm not assembling that. How about you? You're a pair of boots. You can't be any good. Alright, so there's a pair of boots, and here's a gnome piece. With good potentials. Whatever, it's a gnome piece. Alright, so when you disassemble a pink item, it generally gives you between 5 and 10 potions. I got 6. Set items give you between 9 and 14. And we got 10. It would have been nice if I got like 11 or 12 just to show the clear difference, but that's totally fine. I'm going to use this and make my lead temporarily a little bit weaker, and I'm going to have to use 50 potions to get attack again, but that's fine. It's only 1.5% attack. I really would rather have whatever the max attack is. Pretty sure it's 2%. Well, there goes a bunch of attack on my Lee, and now I'm weaker again. But that's fine. We're already one-shotting everything left, right, and center. Okay, so let me clean that real quick. Heroes to 3-star. Them achievements. Also, I've run out of characters that I'm interested in leveling, so now I'm just getting everybody leveled up evenly. Okay, that's just a waste of time. Alright. The next member of the guild. Who are we going for? Crow Hex, Kazon. Alright, so next is going to be Sovereign and Aeryn Sun, and then Blue Sapphire. So good old Aeryn and Blue Sapphire. Can never forget them. See what they're doing this week. Alright, please tell me I have Sovereign on my friends list. There we are. Alright, currently Sovereign is holding rank 73, or whatever I just read. 115 KBP, pretty damn strong team. Let's see, Chenny, Jack, Serenity, and Bearman. So he's dual tanking, so he's taking a page out of classic Aeryn Sun. And, oh shit, he's got a Trinity set and I don't. I'm jelly. Oh man, look at this Bearman. He's such a monster. Oh, Bearman's like the only character the Slime King set works on. Generally because I think that nobody else is capable of doing enough damage to Bearman. I would really like to see, currently Jack tanks, they can, with the Trinity set, I think there's one one Jack on turn 1 only. It can survive a shot from my Lee right now. But not if I swap a few things around and go for my 40k attack again. It's dependent on if I'm using my Persona's trick set or if I'm going for the tanky 1 movement extra Pathfinder setly. But I still don't know which one I prefer better. But this is a monstrous Bearman. This Bearman puts mine to shame by a lot. I don't have a Trinity set at all, so this is a pretty badass freaking character here. The slime set generally doesn't work because in super high level PvP, you're either 1-shot or you're 2-shot. There's no in between. So if you fall below 40% HP in 1 shot, generally what that means is, well, first off, this is only, like, the third effect only applies to attack type enemies. But let's just say my Lee, for example, did 61%, so he fell below 40% HP. That means I do 25% less, if I do 25% less damage to him next time, and I'm capable of doing 61% of his maximum health, then now I'm capable of doing 45%. 45.25% of his maximum health. That's what I'm capable of doing now. And he has to be under 40% to use it. So this is kind of the dumbest SS set I've seen ever. It would be awesome if it was like under 60% or something like that, because that might grant you like a fourth turn. Well, I don't know. For an SS set, the effects should be permanent. They shouldn't even have a restraint. I hate the Slime King set because it looks like it's really good, and it's so not that good at all. Though it is notable that PvE enemies are classified as attack, balance, or defense, or area, or whatever. So ones that have attack typing, which is very common, would be subject to this set. But wow, look at this bear man. Look at this bear monster. I don't know why he doesn't have this in the 4th slot, to be completely honest. Better just double check that before I eat my words. Oh, in the 4th slot, I'm just an idiot. Alright, so Sovereign's got the best bear man I've ever seen. That's cool. He's using Jack as an attacker, though I think his Jack should definitely be in the 3rd slot. Just because then Jack's going to be attacked by... having 2 tanks gives you 2 characters in the lane slots where your opponent starts. So, because Jack is like a really tanky DPS, it's pretty cool. Oh, he's got a 2nd Trinity set for Jack. So, this is a pretty monstrous combination here. He's definitely got a very top 10 powered in terms of gear team. He's got stun immunity on the Jack, and the Bearman has just defense. Okay, let's take a look at Serendi. He's also got this great collection of awesome heroes, too. Excuse me. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Alright, let's take a look at Serendi. Alright, so now he's got... very low crit rate Serendi, low hit rate. He's got the Serendi set on Serendi. That's kind of funny. It's got the Ghost Step and a couple mishmash extra pieces, but nothing really serious here. Probably just using this for some utility. Oh, that's the character you're using. And the last one, I believe, was Chenny. Could have been Dolores, I don't know. But it looks like he's really heavily invested set-wise into the tanks. He's got the one movement here. Oh no, the 10% extra attack from the Frenzy token. I like that set. I wish they'd bring it back. I want one. Okay. Nothing else to say here. Got a Beast Ray. That's kind of cool. Alright. Sorry about that. My door got opened and not closed very rudely. Alright. Alright, that's basically it to say here. Really awesome ass Bearman. That Bearman probably just makes all PvE useless when he's got Grace down. Alright, so that's Sovereign. Well, that's right. Aeryn and Blue Sapphire. Oh, frick. Am I tapping the wrong thing for? It's nice when you can just go ranking the right up the top there. Alright, so we'll do Lord, Aeryn, Lalla, and Stud, and Blue, because they're all like right there. Alright, so let's go with Lord first. 133k battle power. Now, Lord's spot is not going to be available for Kick, obviously, because he has got a first place finish under his belt. And no first place member is ever going to be up for being removed from the guild for any reason ever. But he's always had a heavy hitting Chenny. 62% crit, 49% hit rate. That is very high. With only this is a mace, right? He's only got 2 swords. He's got to have a lot of hit rate potential. So there's 1 attack damage, crit damage, hit rate. Oh man, I bet he wishes it was a crit rate though. Crit rate, crit damage, attack. He's got so many good tank potentials. Attack, crit rate, hit rate, damage. Yeah, he's got a lot of hit rate. He has zero problem dealing with anybody trying to do some kind of dodge shenanigans here. And it looks like he's full broach one ring. Which means his mastery is actually really bad. He should really... Hey, Lord, if you are watching, you do not need the final skill power upgrade from this thing. You should probably drop this ring here. Yeah, you need to drop this ring. And you got to get yourself a necklace for this slot to even out your mastery. Probably hitting very inconsistently with this Chenny. Okay, who was next? He's running a very strong Jenny right now. 35,000 attack, 100,000 health, 87% crit rate. Let's just take a look at this thing's crit damage. Actually, that's what I'm really interested in. All right, so 17.3. 12.8, so that's 30, 30.0, sorry, 30.1, 41.3. Nothing here. That's surprising. That's a nice looking weapon though. What was I? 41.3, 44.8. It's got a paint. Oh my god, I want this so bad. Oh my god, that's good. Oh man, I forget what I was at, but he's definitely over 50% here. So his crits, he's got about 50% crit damage here, another 50% from his passive, and then the 30% that's naturally given to crits. So he's got 130% crit damage on this character. And it has 35,000 attack. So this is not the strongest Jenny on the ladder right now. There's two very strong Jennies. One is from VCI. The other one is, I feel, an overall way stronger Jenny, but the crit rate is only 40% on that person's Jenny. Definitely needs a little bit of reworking, but it is a it's got like 39,000 something attack. It's a pretty beastly Jenny, for sure. A Korean player, I think, as of recording this video, I think he's 43rd right now, and he runs Angela in the first slot. So if anybody wants to look it up, obviously I don't know any kind of Korean names. Maybe I'll look it up and show you who I think has the strongest Jenny right now later. Okay, he's also running Jack, who of course has a Trinity set, 145,000 HP Jack. Very, very tanky here. He is running, this is a necklace. Well, this brooch, and brooch. Okay, so he's full tank. This is a shield, however. I believe this is also a shield. Oh no, that's boots. Some of the defense items don't make any damn sense. Like, I don't know why this shield is, well, I guess this shield being a shield makes sense. Oftentimes there's pieces like the God of Masker set has a chest piece that's a shield. That doesn't make any sense. But this to me looks like a headpiece, some kind of headdress, and it's a boot. That doesn't make any damn sense. Anyway, very, very strong Jack. Confusion and charm immunity, but he can be stunned. Anybody having a hard time with the Lord, just stun lock that thing right there. What was his last character? Alright, so he's still using Cleo for his second paper. Probably hurt him a lot to have to drop his Serenity. He used to love this Serenity. 30,000 attack Serenity. Man, this thing's a beast. I wouldn't have dropped this thing. He should probably reinvest like his O&O set into something else. Anyway, let's take a look at, well, I want to see the potentials on that. Charm immunity on 5th slot. That's a great Serenity. It's basically the same as mine, only better. Okay, Cleo has stun immunity, which is nice. Isn't this for defense type characters only? Oh no, that's right, it's got the condition. Okay, Beast Drain, Dasso, Pathfinder, Gold Tiger, and 2 Slime King pieces. So that's pretty solid. I don't know if it's possible to have an attack type character at the level that Lord is playing at, not one-shot Cleo, regardless of type. but he does have 108,000 health. That's pretty impressive. 52% defense. This is a pretty tanky Cleo. It's almost as tanky as somebody else's Angela. Man, Cleo is such a slut. I know we all love it, but still. Okay, so that's oh, did I check out immunities? Yeah, stun immunity. That's right. Okay, so that's it for Lord's team. Lord, obviously, definitely top tier potential. He's given me for a run for my money a couple times, and he's definitely beaten me once. So, great player, no problem with him. Here's another player who obviously has got multiple first place finishes. And he always likes to do whatever he feels like doing. So this is his team right now. Chris is out of the team. I guess for Yekaterina is the drop. And Deb, well, I guess Deb's for Yekaterina and Chris is out for Lena now. So this is what he's running with now. It's a much more balanced team, I think. I think this is a much better combination than what he was going with before. He's got a strong tank. He's got 3 rocks, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's got some kind of rock specialization going for him either. He's got 3 rock types. He's got Yekaterina as an area type, which she's in the slot 2, which I think that Yekaterina is the damage dealing version of Serenity for slot. There's a lot of cool positionings that she can have to take advantage of in slot 2 that make her really, really difficult to deal with. There's a lot of characters being placed in slot 2, which is the main reason that I have actually given Lee the Pathfinder set instead of the Persona's Trick set, which I think because the really awesome 4-star sets, they're not focused around damage, they're focused around more utility, movement, HP, sweet bonuses. The Pathfinder I really like because it's a bow and a ring combination. So it's like the perfect set. It's got a boot instead of a chest piece. That's the only downside. But the Persona's Trick is I'm pretty sure it doesn't. It does use a boot for the hat, but it does use a brooch for the accessory and a sword for the weapon. But it does give 800 crit rate and I believe it's 800. And 7% attack. So it's a pretty strong set by comparison. It's one of the few sets that I give good stats in terms of damage, because I'm all about the DPs on Lee right now. But I do need the 4th movement to hit 2nd slot heroes in the square. There's a lot of teams that have very good slot 2s that can do some damage to me, so I decided just to avoid the risk and give Lee the ability to one-shot all the slot 2s in the game. Anyway, Lena's up first. Alright, so let's see what kind of monster Aeryn Sun's built over here. So 400 mana. What the frick? Only 1 potential, too. And he's got charm immunity. Looking at the gear, only 1 beast drain piece, so that's not too much of a threat. It doesn't have the hit rate either. What is the hit rate on this Lena? 38%, so it doesn't really need it anyway. 57% crit rate. So this is a very balanced character, it looks like. Generally going to be facing off against Jax, so I see how he would want that. If he runs into a really, really strong Jack, it's going to have a lot of HP. Lena's got the HP damage. Okay, who else do we got? We got Yekaterina 2nd. And with the Klein set, no surprise that she's almost at 35,000. Oh my god, he doesn't have a 4th slot weapon equipped. Even that isn't the biggest oversight I've ever seen. So just imagine another 2 to 3,000 attack, I guess. But another 2,000 attack on this thing plus. Alright. Maybe even plus potential. I forget what the 4-star weapons are at. Hit rate, crit rate, attack, damage. Awesome. Dodge, counter rate, defense, HP. Oh, if only counter rate was blue and HP was pink. That would be awesome. Or if we just had pink HP and then we had pink damage taken %, that would be monstrous too. Alright, recovery 2.5%, attack by HP, and defense. So, what's the defense on this beast over here? 54%, so that's pretty damn strong. With 100,000, oh, no, only 80,000, no crazy HP items on this. Attack crit rate, damage hit rate, attack damage, flat crit rate, HP damage taken, HP dodge defense. Crit rate, attack by HP, yep. Attack by HP, crit rate. Oh, so Aeryn is missing the crit rate and damage potentials on his 2-star for the unique potentials also there. Oh, this is a pretty good piece. If you get any attack by HP on a 1-star, like they're all pretty comparable. 0.7% isn't all that much to begin with. Maybe that could use a few more rolls. Generally, people that have spent a lot of money in this game have like the lowest amount of potions for 1-star gear. For obvious reasons. Okay, so pretty solid character if he gets a 4th weapon equipped. Let's move on to Momo. I'm pretty sure this is Aeryn's favorite character. It is a monster right now. 25% right there. Any pills for that? He's got stun immunity, but it can be charmed. It's actually really good news for me, because I run Serenity in the same slot. That's very, very high hit rate Serenity in the same slot as this Momo. And this Momo has about 60-some% hit rate. Looking at the gear, no surprise, he's got extra movement on this. He's got the Frenzy set. He's got a Beast Rain. The Frenzy set I really like because it gives you the 1 movement and 10% attack all the time. The Dasamir set only works 2 out of 3 maps because of, well, not for my lead, but I do feel that Dasamir set is a superior set than this, obviously. But this is still a very good set if you needed an additional movement. Well, if you have it, it's not like everybody has Dasso sets falling off their freaking ceilings and landing in their phones and tablets. But very strong build. This must have really good potentials, I guess. Crit rate, damage attack, hit rate. Oh, that's right. He's building dodge right now, so that's why it's going with that. Pink defense, that's nice. But only green attack and no attack by HP. That's curious for an attack type hero. He's only got 84% mastery too, so that means he doesn't have any necklaces on. He should probably get a 5-star necklace. But this thing hits a huge area, and it hits really damn hard. What was the 3rd skill power? 221%. Alright. And finally his Jack. Super tank over here. 132,000. It's not as strong as Lord KHX's, but Aeryn's definitely a very resourceful person, and there's no hero in the game he couldn't make top tier if he just decided to. So definitely a person to keep your eye out on. He likes to come up with a lot of very original ideas himself. He likes his own strategies. He likes the characters he likes, and he's just that way. Very good mannered guy, and he will beat your team. It's just what he does. Okay, we're gonna look at Lalla next. Just moving down the list of chance members. 113k. Oh my god, he's using Azrael full time. That's his 2nd paper for Jenny. I actually like that. Azrael is a defensive beast for an attack type hero. Let's look at his defense. 59% defense. Close that again. 59% defense, 50% crit rate. He may be a kind of a really tiny-legged, very tiny, scrawny-legged angel, but he is very strong. What are your skills? Man, I don't, honestly, just props to him, just in general, because he's even actually using Azrael. Like, I haven't even recruited Azrael because I just, when I got Nirvana, because I had to control, like, Nirvana and Chenny were like the worst Lost Island heroes ever to get, because I had to actually manually control every single match, and it just drives you crazy to manually control the same match 1,000 times in a row. It eats your soul away. So the fact that he's got all these skills leveled up blows my mind. There's no way anybody is autoing Azrael stage. Like, the AI is not smart enough to bypass the swamp or prioritize the targets. But Azrael is a definite badass for a slot 3. Though I would like to point out he's not ideal on the square map. Especially only at 5 movement too. He probably uses his Azrael slot 3 to go attack the tank in slot 4. Okay, but 27 attack, 95,000 health, high crit rate, high defense, no immunities. He's got a couple HP potentials. They should probably go further than our crit rate. But just badass that he's using an Azrael. I so stuck on Azrael I completely forgot to see whatever everything else was. Alright, so Lee, Jenny, and Jack. No surprises there. So, OP Lee, over 30k attack. I always like to see that. 75% crit rate, 40% hit rate, 53% defense. So, let me see where that defense is coming from. It's not coming from here. 1 brooch, 2 brooch. Alright, so he's got 2 brooches and 4 chest pieces. He's got to have some decent defense potentials on these. Just not that one. There's defense and flat defense. No defense here. Huh. Then maybe he's got the defense mastery to reach that. Doesn't seem to have very good defense potentials to be able to reach that. Anyway, Persona's Trick, Beast Rain, Dasmir set. That's what I was using for the longest time. I was also using bow chest piece necklace for slot 5. And I was even using that... I was even using this cold-hearted sniper myself for a little bit. I might be going back to it if I can get this ring. I don't have the silence ring, and I just couldn't get it. And I said, "Stupid! I'm not spending $100 on a 1-star set." So I just didn't keep going for it. But if it comes back, I might try to get it. I have a few sets. I even have a couple extra bows that I can still make use of. But very strong. Like, Lee is a character that you're gonna have to hate him. He is just stupid strong, just like this character. But this one here does not have the OP set that makes Jenny actually amazing right now. So he does have Dasso and Beast Rain, so it is something to look out for, especially anybody that is not like a regular 110-ish thousand player. This Jenny can probably one-shot most of your stuff. Just because of the way that his characters are. I'd probably recommend that maybe he switch engines. Well, I guess I should take that back. I didn't check out his skills. Should probably do that. Okay, so he's just using the 3rd skill right now. He can't use the passive. Though we can use the glacier advantage. He's probably using his Lee the same way that I do in the ice map. Basically, just trying to use him to snipe everything before it gets there, and then the rest of his team cleans him up. Or maybe Lee just takes out everything like mine. But I think that he has a more desirable slot 1 starting for square map. She could basically do the same thing that Lee can. Well, she can't really do the same thing that Lee can do on the ice map. But if you can get a ghost step on one of those people, then definitely slot 2 Lee. Oh, we didn't look at Jack. No immunities on this Jack. 2 aggro sets, a counter set, and a list of blizzard set for the ice. I like that. What are we at for defense? Over 100,000 health. 30% hits, 63.63. I like it when things are the same. Defense, what is that? 12,500 defense. So this is definitely a beastly job. With the additional 2,000, I might not be able to one-shot that. there was, I think, a 69% defense Jack I fought earlier today who only had 102,000 health, and I wasn't able to one-shot it because the Pathfinder set just doesn't give me as much oomph as the Persona's Trick set. Hi, Guildies. Shadow Strike, Collusion, the Soviet. Probably the three members of the guild that are on the lower end of power. Alright, so who was that? That was Lalla, so I think Stud's next. Or is it Blue Sapphire? We did Kazon, there's Studmaster right there. Okay. And then Blue Sapphire, yeah. Okay, 96,000. Ooh, he was just using Dominique. I guess he decided to go to Team Jenny and didn't want to drop Serenity. Alright, well, let's check this out then. Poor Dominique. Got the shaft already. Alright, so Jenny, slot 1, 24,000. No client set here yet, so still not a good character. If you guys don't know, Jenny is actually not strong without the client set. She's significantly weaker than Fruel, to be honest, in terms of output. Same gear, same everything. Her third skill is just very weak in general. The percent modifier is really bad. I mentioned some other videos earlier that Jenny's 50% additional crit damage. Basically, if you add the 50% onto her 169% skill, that only makes it as strong as, like, you know, the good character's third skills. Like Lee's third skill is 216%, but it ignores 3,000 some defense. So it's like you're gonna have to take it like that, the way that you're reasoning on things, for how strong she is. Though Jenny is very strong for a lot of people who do not have a ton of crit rate potentials. Crit damage potentials. But he has a very high crit rate on this Jenny, which is nice. No crit rate here. Roll it again. That's good. That's good. That's good too. What we got down here? No crit damage there. You gotta stack that crit damage, son. You gotta do it. It's OP. That's OP. Serenity was number 2. What do we got damage wise here? 45% crit rate. That's not bad. Stun immunity is always good. And I guess he's building a dodge. Brooch, necklace, ring. All maxed out, which is nice. What was the dodge? 36% dodge. Okay, that's not consistent enough for PvP. So maybe readdress that and try to go back to defense. Though Serenity in PvE is so awesome, so building her for dodge is always solid too. You can't always have everything. Okay, so there was Jenny, Serenity, Cleo? Yeah, Cleo and Jack. Okay, nothing out of the ordinary here. He's probably just got all of his good gear everywhere else. A bunch of defense potentials trying to keep her alive. 1 HP for some reason. Not really anything notable to say about this. I guess she's just here for crit rate. She's a buff mole. Going to Jack, main tank, 95,000 health almost. Well, I guess not. 94,000 health. He's got a big revolver because it was too big for Jenny, so she gave it to Jack. Ooh, a last man standing set. Sneaky last man standing set. And just the HP region. Oh, just the HP. Okay. Alright. Well, that's that for Studmaster. I kind of liked this team better with the Dominique. I think it was more reliable. With this team, I would even argue that he should probably remove Serenity and re-add Dominique. The only thing that I kind of think that he's got a very hard time probably on the ice map with only Jenny. That should deal area damage as everything's coming through the bottleneck there. Ooh, blue Sapphire. 134,000 BP. That is awesome. He is using currently the two strongest characters in the game for his team, which are Rage and then Lee. He's got a very overpowered Jack. Like Blue Sapphire was most well known originally for his broken as hell Jack when he was coming through the ranks. And he's got a little dancing Chenny there. Ain't that cute? Alright, let's check out his beach ball. Alright, not the strongest one, but he does have a 98% crit rate. That's what I like to see right there. 40% hit too. So nothing's really dodged from this generally. He probably should complete his Dasso set to give him the 60% though. Extra crit, this is kind of a place. Definitely needs to get an set on there. I know he's got one somewhere. We'll go find it. It's probably on Rage. There it is. Oh, he's even got the full set. This is a very good freaking jewel, which is unfortunate because I don't think the removes one buff is worth it. I think he should probably break this up and put two other pieces on another character to get the 15% on two characters. But I personally think that, oh shit, this is a no mastery rage, isn't it? Oh, that's so low. 74%, that's brutal. Yeah, he should probably drop this for a necklace to make his damage more consistent, and then give it to a character with higher mastery like Lee. Let's take a look at Lee. What's his base mastery at? 84%. So again, no mastery on this either. So he should probably drop this, put that brooch on, and maybe get another bow or a chest piece to make this work. Preferably the bow, because this is stinking mace. Good potentials? Not even good potentials. Easy to drop. And then maybe just get, what is it, 84%? Yeah, so he only needs a 3-star necklace, which is going to be easy to get, seeing as how the only potential need to worry about is attack by HP at 3-star. The unique ones are counter-related. OB Pathfinder. It's got some good crit damage. Except there. And no crit damage there. No crit damage there either. Okay, well, if he wants to build the Super Beast Lee, now I think he's really invested in Rage over Lee. He's definitely got a very, very strong ass Rage. You can definitely tell by looking here that he's definitely got more love for Rage than he does for Lee. Probably because you can max that with perfect genes and Lee he has to farm. Oh, but his Lee is more farmed than mine. I only got the first skill at level 4 and I don't have any intention to farm anymore. I might just have a ton of extra perfect genes one day and be like, yeah, okay, whatever. But right now I'm so tired of farming. Okay. Alright, so those are the two heavy hitters there. Let's check out the Chenny and then the Jack. Wow, even the Chenny is... Frick, why don't you just take Chenny's gear? God damn it. Blue Sapphire, drop Chenny for Serenity, and give Lee all Chenny's gear and make him stronger. Well, then I guess he would have more problems in PvE. Anyway, this speaks for itself. What immunities we have? We got stun immunity over here. Do we check out Lee? Stun, charm, and stun. And Jack's probably got both stun and charm. Stun and charm immunity. Pink defense, pink hit rate, and pink attack. The hit rate and attack is probably a mistake. 61% defense though, 133,000 health. Surprisingly, Lord is the one with the strongest Jack in the game, it looks like. But definitely force to be reckoned with right here. Oh, Bear Man. If only Blue Sapphire loved you. Alright, let's get out of here. People that finish first place don't really need that much time to be looked at. Okay. Is there anybody else super high up so far in the guild? There's that BCI guy. Oh, I guess I want to take a quick look at the person that I think is the strongest Chenny in the game. You guys can debate it later. Oh, Arceus is there. We'll go back to Arceus soon. Oh, where did he go? He must be ranking up. I don't remember seeing Angela. Maybe he's ranking down. It's not that green guy. Okay, I guess he's been attacked a few too many times. This guy right here. This person, if you want to inspect him on your own time later, I think he's got the best Angela and the best Jenny in the game. Though his Jenny's crit rate definitely needs some work. Alright, who was it? Arceus. Alright, Arceus is in the guild. We're going to check him out next. Another Jenny user who probably does not have the set. Okay, so we got another person with no mindset using Jenny here. Arceus looks like a free-to-play player. Good one at that. Able to farm all this stuff with just regular gear. Any free-to-play players doubting if they can get top 10 or not, he's definitely a player you should keep an eye on. He's got very vanilla stats on everything, and he uses like 0 set gear at all. Pretty damn strong person. Not really much to look at here. Good formation. Best position for Jenny. Best position for Angela. Good position for Jenny. And best position for Jack. Definitely, this is an ideal built formation, and he's got all strong characters with very strong potentials. I forget who it was. Somebody said check out my bow on my Chenny. Somebody has a really strong Chenny bow. Forget who it was. I'll remember at some point in time. Alright. Now, I think we'll go back, because I think I missed Shark Fuji. He's definitely in the guild. I know he's up in the top somewhere. There we are, Shark Fuji. Right under me. How did I get that? Alright, so let's take a look at Shark Fuji. Okay. Moo. Oh, I love it when people use Moo. Alright. Yep, again, another solid formation. Alright, so we got Moo in slot 1. She has no potentials. She's got defense and crit rate. So built the smart way. Shark Fuji, another free-to-play player. He's consistently able to get into the top 10 almost every single week. Bow's one sword that's going to be a future set piece, or it just has better potentials than most other stuff. Attack damage and crit damage. So, decent-ish sword. But the rest bows, nice. He's got all necklaces, though. And one brooch. Oh, sorry, 2 brooches. So, he probably only needs this one. He could probably reinvest in different stats. But, again, he's probably going to be a lot more subject to the potentials he has on his gear. So that definitely needs some work. Attack damage and crit damage. So I guess that's it's going to be hard for him to get a piece with all 3. It's not worth him wasting 50 potions that he just was barely able to scrounge together. I do like to build his skills here. First skill, third skill, and second skill coming up last. Like the second skill scales very poorly, and the MP cost is better the lower possible. Though even at level 1, it's still in the 80s, I'm pretty sure. Like 84 mana or something, 82 mana. So it's not that big of a deal. But I'm actually maxing stun last on Smurf also and going for this skill first myself. This is the one that gives you the crit rate. Moo is just a very good character. Like, very, very well-designed character. I like her for both PvP and PvE. High crit rate, definitely perfect crit rate after casting the 3rd skill. High defense, definitely going to be facing off against Jacks all the time. And any ones that are not stun immune, can't kill them with 2 turns. She'll definitely kill them after they've been stunned. So, good Moo. No surprise there. Shark Fuji, of course, knows everything in the world about this game. And what he doesn't know, he's on his way to finding out. Okay, who was second? I've already forgotten. Alright, Chenny, Serendi, and Jack. Take a look at the OP Chenny. 30,000 attack Chenny. Very attainable by anybody, free to play or not. clearly. He's got 2 Dasso pieces. That's impressive. And he's definitely got perfect mastery. So brooch, brooch, ring, ring. Brooch, brooch, necklace, ring, necklace. What's his crit rate? Maybe he just dropped one of those necklaces for more crit rate. But let me just take another quick look. Yeah, he might have been using his Chunny to try and do early stage D solos with just the one, the Dasso and the Last Man Standing set. Crit rate, defense, defense, crit rate, defense. Yeah, these all maxed up there. Decent Jenny. Oh, no charm immune on the Serenity. Bows and swords, what you normally expect. 2 rings, 2 brooches, and a necklace. See, that's more like it. Very high hit rate. Good crit rate, too. Strong defense. It's a very good Serenity. And the tank. Almost 100,000 as a free-to-play player is pretty damn solid to me. He's locked all these pieces. They must be decent. HP, defense, dodge, attack damage. So he's not exactly winning the lottery, but he's still able to post good numbers. Okay, that's it for Shark. So if you're looking at what kind of team you're going to need to get into the top, Shark I think is a good benchmark character to look like. He is a free-to-play character for sure. He does use the monthly subscription. If you want to count his $5 against him and crucify him, that's up to you. But other than that, for anybody who's not retarded, he's a good benchmark player to set yourself against. He's got a almost 100k battle power team. He is free to play since day one, and he's got good hero choices, a good underlying amount of hitbox coverage for his characters. I think he probably should drop Chenny and swap her with Serenity for slot 2 Serenity, slot 3 Chenny, just for the good area sweeps in the square map. Also, so Serenity can come up and give Moo the buff on the ice map would be nice too. But generally, this is what works for him. Seems to be working very well. And if you are a free-to-play player, you don't think that top 10 is possible, if you are looking to join Chance, you're going to have to get into there at least once. And you're going to have to maintain something or you're going to get it stolen back. So, Shark, great player to look at. Copy what he's doing. Read his guides. He does a lot of good stuff for everybody out there. So let's go back. I just need to see who I haven't done yet. Okay, we're not doing me because if you want to see me, I'm sure everybody already knows all my stuff. Spend half the videos not dedicated to my own characters, looking at my own characters. Alright, we did Crow, we did Kaz, we did Sav, we did Aeryn, we did Blue. We haven't done Quantum yet. Stud, we did. Lalla, we did. Shadow, we haven't done. David Liang, we haven't done. Arcturus, we haven't done. The Soviet and the Collusion and Parshell are not done. Bjork is not done. Arkees is not done. Dimitri is not done. This video has already been going on for a long time. I'm going to cut this one off here. Maybe I'll post another one for those ones.